Welcome to Last Friday. I'm Jack Harper.
And I'm Brady Stinnett. Welcome back to week 2 of the podcast. There's a lot of things going on in Oxford this week, and we're ready to let y'all know what those things are.
Yeah, we're going to hop right on into it. First segment this week, we're just going to go over what's going on around Oxford High School sports. First off, soccer, boys and girls soccer had first round of playoffs this week, both winning. The girls played Germantown and the boys versus Tupelo.
Girls won 2-0, and the guys won 5-2 against a good Tupelo team, and the girls played Germantown.
Next up, Oxford Wrestling finished third in the state. A great finish for a second-year program.
For only 2 years, finishing third in state's a pretty big deal. Hopefully next year, with a more experience, they can grab first in state.
They'll obviously continue getting better. They have a great coach, as I've heard. And then over the weekend, or actually on Thursday, baseball scrimmage versus Lake Cormorant and Houston in their jamboree to open up the season.
Yeah, we play at Oxford. Oxford plays Lake Cormorant at 3:30.
Yeah, the first game's at 3:30 against Lake Cormorant, and then 7 o'clock against Houston.
Yeah, which will be pretty good games, pretty good teams.
Yeah, 2 4-inning games, and it'll be good for the team to get out there and play against other, opponents.
Mm-hmm. And then last but not least, Charger Tennis is coming back for their preseason tournament in Ridgeland.
Yeah, we look forward to seeing Charger Tennis back out on the courts. They're going to have a promising season this year.
It's always a prom season.
Yeah, they're always really good every year. And then in the basketball segment, region tournament was this week, and both the boys and girls are playing actually today, the day we're filming, against boys got Horn Lake.
Boys have Horn Lake.
And the girls are playing Lewisburg.
Lewisburg's a really good team, so excited to see that matchup tonight.
Yeah, hopefully they can pull out the win tonight and continue on into the region championship. Looking forward to next week. The baseball team opens up like the actual regular season Tuesday against Kirk Academy. Then they will head down to Mobile, where they will play a couple games on the coast Friday and Saturday. And then both basketball teams start their state playoff runs next week, and hopefully they both get home games after their region tournament finishes.
All right, guys. This week we're going to move into a new segment called Pasa's Picks. Paz is a very, very good teacher here at Oxford, Mississippi, at Oxford High School, and he knows what he's doing when he picks teams.
Well, okay, you gotta give the background check.
Let's just say, if you know Paz, he doesn't pick wrong.
To give you a little background, Paz went to Amory High School, played football and baseball. Then he decided to continue his athletic career at Northeast Community College, where he killed it on the baseball team.
Let's just say, if you threw to Paz, you were scared.
Yeah, that's all I got now. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get right on into our new segment of the week, and hopefully a segment that we can do every week, Pasa's Picks. All right, let's get right into our NHL picks of the week. First game up on the slate, Penguins versus Wild.
For me, I'm going to go with the Penguins. I'm going to take the road team in this one. Really good defensive team, really good goalkeeping, and just a veteran team led by Sidney Crosby. Been one of the best in it for 15 years now. So I'm going with the road team, the Penguins.
Like, actual question, in hockey, does being the road team, like you know how in basketball it's hard to win on the road? Is it hard to win on the road in hockey?
Absolutely. Like the Wild, who they're playing, is one of the worst road teams in the NHL. I know maybe last week or the week before they were like 7-11 on the road, but one of the best home teams in the NHL. So, yeah, their home ice advantage is a real thing.
Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to take the Penguins.
Okay.
I'm going to take the home team on this one.
Man, if y'all are both going with Penguins, I'm going with the Wild.
What, dude?
Fading the boys, huh?
Fading up.
Got to.
Gotcha.
All right, well, next game on the slate, we got Avalanche versus the Panthers.
For this one, this is a matchup of two of the best in the NHL. I'm a big Avalanche fan. The baseball staff went to a clinic in Dallas. We got to see the Avs on the road against the Stars. They came back from a 4-2 deficit there in the third period and pulled out an overtime win. So I've got to ride with the guys from Colorado here. I'm going to take the Avs, another road team in a tough environment at Florida.
I'm going to take the Panthers here. I'm going a little upset nation here.
How would you not take the Avalanche in this one?
I don't know, man. I just got that gut feeling, you know.
It's a great matchup. The Panthers, they played for the Stanley Cup last year. Eventually lost to the Golden Knights from Vegas, but pulled a big upset in the first round versus the Bruins, who at the time had won the most games in regular season history in the NHL. So a really good team. Obviously, at home will be a big boost for them.
We'll look forward to that one. And then going next, we got the Canucks versus the Capitals.
I'm going to go 3 for 3 on the road this week. We're going Canucks. They're going to go in there. They're really a fast-paced team, but the Capitals have another legend with Ovechkin on the ice, but older guy. They're a more veteran-led team. I'm going to go low-scoring. Canucks pull out a close one.
I'm going to take the home team. I'm going to go with what you said about the road stuff. I'm going to take the home team. I'm going Washington Capitals.
Nah, Canucks got this one, 100%.
Well, that's going to conclude our NHL slate. And next up, we got college basketball. Obviously, it's been a crazy college basketball season. And going back off what we said, winning on the road in college basketball is almost impossible this year. So first up, we got Gonzaga at Kentucky.
A battle of two blue bloods in the college basketball, right? Okay. But I'm going home team. We're staying in the SEC. We're going Cats by 90.
Yeah, Kentucky's coming off 2 home losses, one against Florida and one against Tennessee. Tennessee, obviously, a really good team this year. They've dominated the SEC for the most part. Gonzaga's having a down year compared to years prior. They're missing a few players that they've had in the past. I'm going to take Kentucky to get back on the winning streak. I think they're going to beat Gonzaga this week.
Yeah, Kentucky blows them out the water.
Out the
Cats
water.
by 90?
Cats by 90.
Here you go.
Well, next up, we got Kansas. Baylor versus Kansas.
Yeah, another one, right? 2 ranked teams, 2 teams that have been dominant the past few years. Coach Drew at Baylor's obviously done a great job building this program to where they're at, but obviously you can't go against Coach Self at home. So we're going to go Jayhawks by – I'm going to go 10.
Jayhawks by 10. Yeah, I don't know if anybody saw the environment at Kansas last weekend, but that's probably one of the rowdiest college basketball environments there is out there. I'm going to take Kansas as well. Baylor's a good basketball team. I think they're going to be a Sweet 16 Elite 8 team, but Kansas, I got them in my Final Four, and I think they're going to definitely win at home here and continue their winning streak.
Kansas by 10, baby. I'm with Paz.
Nice original picks there, Brady.
Last game for college basketball, we got Bama versus LSU.
We're going to fade what we said earlier about winning on the road in the SEC, and we're going to go Bama. Coach Oates obviously building up a powerhouse in Tuscaloosa. We're going to go Alabama big in Baton Rouge.
Bama's been playing good basketball. They just got a great win over a Georgia team when they were down for most of the game. They came back, and they had a very impressive win against Auburn. Auburn obviously being a very good team this year. So I'm going to take Bama as well, although I think this is a close game, might even go into overtime. I think this is going to be a really close game. Obviously, that's a rivalry there. But, yeah, Bama on top. I'm going to say Bama by 5.
Nah, no overtime needed. Bama wipes.
Okay, into our next segment, we got the NBA. First game on the slate, Nuggets versus Kings.
Right now, ESPN's got the Kings as a slight favorite, according to the win percentage. But I'm going to lean towards the road team here and take the Nuggets. I think Jokic, obviously one of the best in the NBA. I think he'll will the team to a road victory in this spot.
Yeah, I'm taking the defending champs. Kings, I think what they're doing there is impressive. I think they're going to be a playoff team. But I'm going to take the Nuggets on the road as well. I think he's just going to be too much.
Nuggets wipe. Dude. Yeah, if y'all didn't know out there, I know nothing about basketball.
Suns versus Warriors.
Again, we're going to stick with the road team here. Obviously, a close matchup. KD going back to Golden State. I think we get his best showing here. Okay, and I'm going to go Suns on the road in a very close one over the Warriors.
Steph Curry and the Warriors have been struggling a little bit. Klay Thompson is not the same guy he's been in the past. Like you said, Kevin Durant returning back to the Bay. I'm going to take the Warriors in this one. I think Steph Curry is just going to be very motivated to win this one. I'm going to take Steph and the Warriors.
Yeah, Steph and the Warriors, baby. Steph drops 30.
Oh.
That's what I'm talking about. Celtics versus the Heat up next.
Yeah, I'm going to go Boston here. Obviously, their dominant run at home is something that you can't ignore, but obviously they're going to go on the road and what's becoming a pretty good rivalry with them and the Heat. on a potential playoff series matchup down the road. We're going to go Heat here. I'm sorry, we're going to go Celtics here. Obviously, Tatum and Brown going to lead the charge there. I'm going to go Celtics by about 8.
That's a good pick. But not the best pick. I got Miami winning this one. I think Tyler Hero is going to go crazy against the Celtics at home in Miami. What time's the game at? What's it say?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. Oh, that's not a favorable time. I still got Miami Heat winning this one. I'm going to go Miami Heat by 2.
Nah. Tatum's going to carry the Celtics over the Heat today.
Last but not least, we got the Super Bowl, and it's the Chiefs versus the 49ers this year. I'm sure as you guys all know.
Yeah, right now, the odds have the 49ers as a slight favorite, which to me is a little absurd given the run that Mahomes and Kelsey and the Chiefs have been on the last 6 years. Obviously Mahomes, 6 straight AFC championship games. This will be his 4th Super Bowl, going for his 3rd win, chasing the GOAT Brady. But obviously you can't ignore what Shanahan and the Niners have done up to this point. Obviously, Brock Purdy and his story. But obviously probably one of the best rosters that we've seen in football in a while from top to bottom. They have no weakness on the offense. They run the ball well. Down the field pass games really, really well. They've got great receivers, great tight ends. Obviously McCaffrey, a great offensive line, and a quarterback that just makes the right play every single time. And then on the defensive side, they've got Bosa, and now they've got Chase Young, the 2 linebackers, and Warner and Greenlaw, and then a good secondary. So this is going to be a good matchup, but I wouldn't feel right if I didn't lean with Mahomes here. He's proven it over and over again that in the biggest games he brings his best effort. So we're going to go Chiefs, and I'm going to give you a score on this one. I'm going to go Chiefs 31, Niners 27.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a fair prediction. I'll say this. The Chiefs, obviously their run this year has been amazing, nothing short of that. I mean, going on the road and beating 2 really good teams,
Yep.
I think is impressive for anybody in the NFL during the playoffs. It's Mahomes. I mean, he's kind of the next generation. He's turning into the next generation Tom Brady. It's hard to bet against a guy like that. But then you got the 49ers over here who are red hot. They got an incredible defensive line, arguably the best in the NFL. And Mr. Relevant is playing some of his best ball all year. I'm going to take, and hear me out. This game's going to overtime, and I got the 49ers getting the ball first and scoring a touchdown to win the game. I'm going 38. That would be 38 to
They'd have to win by 6.
32.
Yeah.
That's my final.
Niners walk it off.
Niners walk it off in Vegas.
Huh.
What's the line?
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
What you got, Brady?
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this one. Everything I've seen on TikTok, ESPN, TV, everything.
I'll say this. I'm going to give you some extra things to keep an eye on. I'm going to go. McCaffrey obviously scores his weekly touchdown, right? Obviously, he's been on a crazy run, scoring in just about every game. Obviously, Kelsey's going to get in for the Swifties out there. Okay, all right. But here's you a hot take of the week. Passes play of the week. Here it is. Kyle Juszczyk scores a touchdown for the 49ers in the Super Bowl.
All right.
I'm not going to lie. Who's Kyle Juszczyk, bro?
The fullback.
Yeah, who is that? The fullback?
Yeah, for the Niners, 44.
I'll say this. Christian McCaffrey, that's my first pick in my fantasy draft next year.
Well, yeah, it's a hot take.
First pick. No Justin Jefferson like you did this year.
Auto pick.
If you would make it on time. Well, anyway, that's going to conclude our first week of Passes Picks. We want to thank you for coming on the show, and we hope to make this a weekly thing.
Yeah, we'll do it again next week.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
As always, thanks for listening, and tune in next week. This week's episode was sponsored by Miss Cheney. Oh yeah!